Hello, everyone. I'm joining you from a very remote area in Slovakia, the high Tatras. And man, have I been coddywampling. I honestly had no idea I would be here today. Couldn't have guessed it. And kind of that's what I want this edition of the Wandering Wanderer to be about, is really being cool with not knowing. Because man, life gets magical. I just want to turn around so you guys can get the full view while I'm talking, if you don't mind. I went to visit I was in Czech Republic, I was in Prague, then I went to that little village I did the first video from, and I finally got a hold of one of my best friends who lives in Slovakia, and I spent the weekend with her and her family, and my plan was to wander on up to Poland and to have Easter. I'm meeting another friend for Easter in Poland. And when I was with my friend in Bratislava, she was like, do you know what's between here and Poland? Like the most beautiful mountains you've ever seen. You should go. And so literally that's what I did. I just hopped the train this morning at 6 a.m. And I've been on a hike for about an hour. I'm literally hiking through snow that I think is probably 10 or more feet deep. I've seen some drifts that are massive, and if I get off the well-beaten path, I sink up to my crotch. So, and I'm just the place where I'm staying. I'm a Florida girl. I've never seen snow like this in my life, and I told them I wanted to go on a hike, and they looked at my gear and thought I was a little nuts and insisted I take walking sticks and wished me luck, and here I am. So let's get back to the purpose of this talk today, is really being 100% cool with living in the moment and not knowing what the heck's going to happen. For those of you who don't know the story, in 2017 I sold just about everything I owned and went off on this big experiment to see how it would be to live 100% by instinct, to just only go somewhere when I get the feeling, the knowing that I should go there. And it's been quite a journey and quite a learning curve. And I wouldn't say I've got it, but it's a whole lot more fun now. I still know there's so much more to see, but about a month ago, I had this big realization that you literally can't get it wrong. The first year or so of my journey, I would kind of sit and wait for the knowing. I call it following my heart. So I'd wait until I really, really knew what to do next. And it wasn't something I thought about or tried to figure out. It was just, all of a sudden I'd just know, oh, I'm going here, and I'd go. Just wander around. But I really tried to figure out what was that true knowing, like what was wisdom and what wasn't. And you can really tell the difference. Anybody can know when you know, and you know when you don't know. And you know when it's just the chattering in your head and worry and what ifs and that kind of thinking, and you know when you just know. I hope that makes sense. But something that just busted my whole world open about a month ago was realizing you really can't get it wrong. And what I mean by that is everything is wisdom. Everything is everything is cool. And I still have a hard time talking about it because it's something you can't really put in words. But I deeply know that no matter what happens, when I just follow kind of the whispers of my soul, you can call it your gut feeling, your instinct, inner wisdom, you name it, things are just really clean and work really well. And when I get all caught up in my thinking, still works out great. It just doesn't feel as clean and simple. But I used to spend a lot of time trying to figure out which one I was paying attention to. And honestly, what happens there is you get a whole lot more thinking going on. It's like driving a car in the fog and hoping it clears up. And the more you hope it clears up, the thicker the fog gets. Because that's what we all do as humans. And now that for the most part, I just go with it. And no, I can't get it wrong no matter what. Like literally can't get it wrong. quick short story now that it just popped up. Today, as I said, I caught a train from Bratislava at 6 a.m. and I was doing my best to try to get up here to this mountain at a reasonable hour because I've got coaching clients starting at 4:30 and I wanted to get a nice long hike in. So that's why I woke up at 5 a.m., caught a train, got to the first small village that I had to do like 3 little tiny train transfers to get to this remote area. And I got off the train at some point and got on the wrong train. And I actually didn't know it. I went to a town that started with a T and ended with an O. And because the town I was going to started with a T and ended with an O, and I guess there's a few of those around here. And I ended up probably half an hour or 45 minutes away where I needed to be. And I was like, oops. And for a moment I was like, crap, I can't go on my hike. But then I was like, hey, you can't get it wrong. And what happened was I'd met this woman in the bathroom in the first city I got to when I got to this area. And we chatted and she went one way and I went the other. And would you know it, when I got on the train, the wrong train, I got on it with her and we chatted for like 20 minutes riding the chain, made friends, exchanged information, and then we split up and went our separate ways. And then like 20 minutes later, she jumps on the train. She's like, you again. And she sits next to me and we start chatting again. And she's really interested in travel and how I can travel like this. And I was just excited to share it with her. And so, yeah, I got to where I'm staying about an hour later than I thought I would. But hey, I'm still on this beautiful hike. And I made a really cool friend along the way. And that's just a little tiny story about how you can't get it wrong. Like, I was really meant to ride that train. I didn't jump the wrong train. I didn't go to the wrong city. I just went somewhere different than I thought I was going. And if you read my shirt, I hope you can read it, unpredict your journey. I was predicting my journey. I thought I knew. And now it's good to know, but it's also good to realize you don't. And that's kind of what I'm sharing today, is you can't get it wrong. There is no wrong. There is no right. There is just what you're up to in the moment. And in the moment, all is okay. And by golly, it's really better than okay today. So that's what I'm going to leave you with. I think this was a long ramble. So I hope you made it this far. And I'm just going to do a 360 because I really think you guys need to see what I'm looking at here. And yes, I'm just a Florida girl hiking mountains. You know where I came from? See that mountain right above my hat? Yeah. Where I'm staying is on the other side of that. That's crazy. All right. And I'm going this way. Supposedly there's a lake over there. The guy told me it's probably frozen and it might be hard to find, but I'm going to go check it out. So I'm going to run or walk gently in the snow. And I'll catch you next time.